Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us today for Giving Tuesday. My name's Derek Mitchell. I'm a board member with the Boys and Girls Club of Danville. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. I'm Tammy Warren, coming live from the Grill Incorporated and welcoming you to Giving Tuesday for the Danville Area Boys and Girls Club. Today, as I said, is Giving Tuesday, and I'm hoping that everyone will reach in your pocket and give whatever you can give.
Thanks for joining us for Giving Tuesday. Boys and Girls Club is really excited to have you with us this morning. Hope you'll enjoy what we have to offer, get a sense to hear from some of our great alumni and about why our programs are so important for the youth of the Danville area. We hope you'll stay with us and listen to everything we have this morning, and at the end have an opportunity to invest in Boys and Girls Club of the Danville area.
The Boys and Girls Club changed my life. I was a club member, club kid for 8 years. I went there the summer before my 6th grade year until I graduated in 2015. Now I'm an alumni. I go back and serve and help the students earn scholarships, teaching them how to prepare for college and be a better student and better citizen in the community.
I like the Boys and Girls Club because it's just a fun place to be. Everybody's fun, everybody's energetic, and I'm country and I stay outside, so it's fun here. They help you, like if you have a problem with an answer or a question, they'll help you get through it, and they might not give you the answer, but they'll help you get the answer. We have a class, it's called Manhood, and it helps us through it, and it teaches us how to be a man, things that men had to go through.
I think it's a place that gives them hope, that gives a lot of children hope. I think it's a place that they see as a place of refuge, a place where they see friendly faces, and they know that the staff here, they become part of that family. They know when they don't feel good. They know when they're upset, because they build those relationships with them. If they did not have this avenue, there are groups and groups of people that would take advantage of them. And I think one of the creeds of some of the gangs is, if you don't want to raise your children, we will. And so it just gives a good place. There have been so many success stories just since I've been here. So many success stories of these young people that have gone on to excel, gone to college, gone into the military, have come back and have put themselves into the community, and it's just a great feeling that you've tried to help and been just a small part in that success.
What's up, family? It's Damian Horn. Just first of all, I want to say thank you so much for the opportunity to share my Boys and Girls Club story. It started in Hickory, North Carolina, where I was born and raised by a single mother. I'm from a blended family of 12 children, and my mom somehow found a way to put food on the table and clothes on her back, in spite of the fact that she couldn't read or write. And growing up during these times, I really felt like there was only two paths for me in life. One would be dying at an early age, because I saw my brother die at a young age, at the age of 19, and then later would lose another brother. And then also incarceration, because I watched two of my younger brothers get incarcerated at a young age and spend 10 plus years in prison. And I kind of thought that was the path that life had in store for me until I had the divine encounter with the Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club. And that happened because I grew up during the time what they call the latchkey kid, where you would go home and let yourself in and stay in the house till mom or dad got home from work. And I remember looking out the window, seeing this huge bus come down and scoop up these kids in our projects and take them off somewhere. And I decided one day to find out where that bus was going, and I hopped on, and it took me to a Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club, where I believe was the beginning of a new trajectory for my life. It taught me so many things. So many people there spoke life into me and gave me opportunities to grow in the potential of what I felt my gift was, which was music. And I began to write songs there and find a safe haven from the streets that I was growing up in. And so I would take these songs, and these songs would be soundtracks for my life. And the first one I want to play for you is a song called Walking, which is one of the lessons I learned at the Boys and Girls Club, that I couldn't continue to follow the path that I was seeing in front of me. I had to create and blaze a new trail. I'm taking the long road, 'cause I can do bad all by myself. I'm doing it solo. I won't be a slave to no one else. See the way I think. Sometimes you better learn from your mistakes and the way that I see. It'd be best for me if I keep walking on my oh 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 oh. So what is your problem? Keep banging your head against the wall. You want me to solve them, but it might be better if you fall. See the way I think. Sometimes you better learn from your mistakes and the way that I see. It'd be best for me if I keep walking on my oh 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 oh. It's clear to me that we don't see things eye to eye. How about you go your way and I'll go mine? Yeah. See the way that I think. Sometimes you better learn from your mistakes and the way that I see. It'd be best for me if I keep walking on my oh 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh.
5 years ago, I attended a breakfast similar to today, and the guest speaker spoke about, violence in the community and how a staggering number of kids knew of somebody who had been shot. And even worse than that, there was a large number who knew of somebody who shot somebody. And that just was devastating to hear that news. I mean, our kids shouldn't have to know stuff like that. And that fired me up to help. And so a kid that doesn't have the Boys and Girls Club, who knows where they'll be? The city's working very hard to improve the crime in Danville, the gang activity in Danville. But I would think a lot of these kids, if they do not have the club, they could go down that wrong path. They probably most of them come from single family homes. There's probably a working member there who's not at home, so that kid's by themselves. And if they're by themselves, they could be encouraged to go down the wrong path. And so we need the Boys and Girls Club. We need resources so we can touch more kids in this community so they have a future.
When I came through, at first I really didn't want to join the club because I really didn't know a lot of people in Chatham. I was coming back from Danville. Then one of my friends said, "You should join." And I joined because my mom was a school teacher, and a lot of kids were like, "Your mom, you got a son, come on down there with him." It was pretty fun when I first came. I seen all my friends from high school, elementary school, middle school. It's a lot of great fun. It teaches you how to get up and be consistent every day by going. Like after school, you can come here and do your schoolwork, then you'll be able to play. It's a work first, then play after community. It helps me out with my people skills, because at first I wasn't a people person. Sometimes I'm not, but I have to with my job. It teaches you how to interact with other people. The staff will teach you how to talk to people, problem solving, stuff like that. Some people came to the club to get away from what was happening at the house, or they wouldn't be in the streets, get food, exercise.
My day job role, working at the hospital, recognized that we're always struggling to have well-qualified people to work at the hospital to help us provide health care in our community. Those positions range everywhere from, anywhere from the individual who greets you at the desk when you first come in to the physicians that are providing care in the operating room, and everybody in between. What is important to me is that as I look at the kids, there is opportunities to build them, put them on a pathway to get to that. So the child, maybe the kids come out of high school, they don't have enough money to go to college, but they can go through a training program that we can facilitate for good, motivated kids coming out of Boys and Girls Club, and they can get an entry-level job that allows them to then enroll in a program at DCC that may transition them to a program at Averett or in a four-year college. And it just goes on. And these, to me, it's just important. We got to get at kids and provide that pathway and that future and that hope for them when they're in elementary and middle school, and not wait and wonder why these kids graduate in high school, maybe don't have a plan or aren't sure what they want to do. And to me, that's the piece that really makes me want to be make sure our Boys and Girls Club is successful, because I really think we can do that. And it has a very direct impact on the quality of life for our entire community.
I know a few years back, a group they chartered a bus and went to Washington, D.C. to Michelle Obama's garden. Now, that was an experience for me. I was in awe. So I know how the youth there, and that's the kind of trips we take them on. They go to college campuses, college campuses, which many don't have an opportunity. You just look online and see the campus, but when you can get a first-hand experience on a college campus, even if you don't think you can go, it puts that little nugget in your head and say, wow, I want to go back and do what I need to do so that I can also be a student on this college campus.
Good morning, Boys and Girls Club. My name is Deshaun Farmer, and I'm a BGDC alumni. I joined the Boys and Girls Club at a very young age, and it has helped me out in so many ways. When I first joined, I didn't have no goals or life ambitions in mind. Once I surrounded myself with a good group of friends and faculty that really wanted to push me. As the time was going on during the Boys and Girls Club, I had so many opportunities shown in my direction. I went on college trips. I went to many seminars that helped me grow as a young man I am today. Throughout the years, I eventually went from being a Boys and Girls Club member to a Boys and Girls Club staff. Being a staff meant so much to me because I got to change kids' lives every day I worked there. Every day I knew some kid was going through something, but I still wanted to go out my way to make their day. Being a staff also showed me how to mentor kids in different ways. It showed that every kid is not alike, but every kid is also special. Throughout the years of being a mentor, it also developed me into the man I am today. I joined the Air Force in 2016, and it's been a great opportunity. Once I graduated from BMT, the first call I made was to the Boys and Girls Club to say hello to all the kids, because they have changed me in so many ways. Once I graduated from tech school, I told my recruiter that I wanted to go volunteer at the Boys and Girls Club, and we both went, and we made it happen. The Boys and Girls Club is truly a blessing for me in so many ways. Without the Boys and Girls Club, I don't know where I would be right now or who I would be with. So I would like to thank the Boys and Girls Club and each faculty and staff and all the kids I have seen. Thank you for everything you have done, and continue to be great. BGDC for life.
So this idea of blazing a new trail was just one of the many ideas that was planted into my mind being at the Boys and Girls Club. They started making me believe that I was worthy and I had ability and things that were new concepts for me. But I believe probably the most important thing I learned there was I discovered my faith in God. See, this Boys and Girls Club was connected to a Salvation Army church, and it afforded me the opportunity to go to that church, and I would learn two scriptures that would stick to me to this day. The first being Proverbs 3:5-6, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he'll direct your path. And the second being Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans I have for you, thus saith the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, but to give you hope and a future. And these words started to ring true in my heart and in my mind. So I started to believe I could do more than what I was saying. And I became the first person in my family to graduate from high school. And I remember after that happening, me thinking, well, if I can do that, I can do so much more. So I wanted to pursue this love of music that I had. So I packed up everything I had and saved up some money, and I took a one-way Greyhound bus trip from Hickory, North Carolina, all the way to Los Angeles, California. And I remember when I got there, I felt like I was ready to take on the world. But I found out really quick that $400 and a suitcase full of clothes was not going to be enough to sustain myself in Los Angeles, and I would find myself homeless there for the next couple years. And so during this process, it was probably the toughest time during my life, but during this process, God started to reveal to me things that he wanted me to do. And the second major discovery I felt like I had in life was the discovery of purpose. Just there was a moment where a guy offered me a job during one of the lowest times in my life, and it gave me hope to move forward to the next day, and he felt like a hero to me. But it started to make me think about all the heroes I've had in the past, which was like my mother, my executive director at the Boys and Girls Club, the program director, the staff there, and how they spoke life into my life when I needed it most. And I thought to myself, that's what I want to do with my life. I want to be somebody's hero. So I wrote a song about that, and that is the title track of my first album called Somebody's Hero. I guess you can say I am afraid of the man I haven't been. I guess you may feel that I haven't been real, just hiding from everything. But the weight of the world is waiting on me to stop wearing my heart under my sleeve. 'Cause I was meant to fly, meant to shine. Gotta find the better man in me before I die. Even if I bleed, just gotta be somebody's hero. Oh, I guess you can say that I am afraid that the truth would set me free. And I guess you can't know if I never show. I've been dying to live this way, but the weight of the world is waiting on me to stop wearing my heart under my sleeve. 'Cause I was meant to fly, meant to shine. Gotta find the better man in me before I die. Even if I bleed, just gotta be somebody's hero. Somebody's hero. Someone's hero. 'Cause I was meant to fly, meant to shine. Gotta find the better man in me before I die. Even if I bleed, just gotta be somebody's hero. So after this discovery of wanting to be somebody's hero, to want to be a light, a positive light in others' life the way people have been in mine, I kind of packed up my things and my thoughts and my ideas and my dreams, and I made my way to Nashville, Tennessee. And I remember pulling into town, hearing music like this on the radio. Love is a burning thing. It makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. Went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 that ring of fire, that ring of fire, that ring of fire. And pulling into Nashville, if you go to 2nd Avenue and Broadway, you can see people doing what we call busking out there. And that's kind of when you just sit out there and play for tips with a guitar, whatever the case may be. And hopefully you can make some money. And one particular night I was out playing and this guy walks by with a big old black cowboy hat and a handlebar mustache, and he stops and then he opens his wallet and he throws $100 into my guitar case. And we started to talk back and forth, and I didn't know who he was at the time, but I later found out he was a guy by the name of John Rich from a country duo called Big and Rich. And he invited me to come play at this place called the Pub of Love with some friends of his. And the next thing I know, within a year, I would be out playing shows with these guys and traveling and opening up for Hank Williams Jr. And my career as a musician really just kind of took off from there. I was able to secure my first publishing deal, record deals, and the whole nine. Just travel the world playing and doing what I love to do. And been able to be in movies, and to this day I get to public speak and tell this story, I guess my so-called rags to riches story, based on just my life story and how I went from this kind of dark place to this place where I feel like I'm living in a whole new world. And it's amazing to me because I really believe the Boys and Girls Club was a huge catalyst in that. A lot of the tools and the ideas and thoughts that were placed in my mind started there at the Boys and Girls Club. First of all, with the staff there and how they spoke life into me and made me believe that I was capable of more than what I was saying. And the discovery of my faith in God, later discovering what my purpose was, and then ultimately the third discovery that I wanted to talk about, which is the discovery of how to live that purpose out, which is what I feel like I'm doing right now as I speak, and it's come full circle. Just being able to share this story and hopefully inspire, encourage, and motivate others who are on a path and a journey in life and not sure of where to go and what to do. And the Boys and Girls Club, once again, has given me the opportunity to do this. And so I would just say to everyone there watching, for those who have invested their time, their talent, and their resources into these young people, into this organization. I know a lot of times the kids may grow up and you don't necessarily get the opportunity to see what happens with them, but I would like to be an ambassador for that and say, I'm an example of what your time, your talent, and your dollars, and your resources, and your heart does. You allowed a kid from the projects to grow up and live out his wildest dreams and not end up in places of an early grave or incarceration. So I want to thank you for that, and just commend you on what you're doing and what you'll continue to do. And for the young people who might be watching this, I want to say, take advantage of the resources and the tools that the Boys and Girls Club have to offer. A lot of things that I learned there still play out in my mind and play out in my everyday life. And I know it's just a valuable place that is a breeding ground for great human beings. So thank you for that. And I want to end with this song called Shine. And basically, when you guys step out and do these things, you shine. And the cool thing about shining is that you liberate others to do the same thing. And this ripple effect can take place where we can illuminate this whole world. Rain, it's just one of those things. Some days you got it, but hate, oh hate, it's only here because somebody taught it. See, how can we learn the lesson of love if we choose to hide in the dark? Shine, so everybody can shine too. Yeah, open your heart and lead the way. You don't have to be afraid. It's in you. It's in you to rise high above your greatest fear. Yeah, and with a little bit of light, you can make it brighter here. Oh, so everybody shine, shine on, shine on. Everybody shine, shine on, shine loves a little grace, sisters and brothers, and it's a shame, oh what a shame, when we do not give in to one another. See, how can we learn the lesson of love if we choose to hide in the dark? Shine, so everybody can shine too, yeah. Open your heart and lead the way. You don't have to be afraid. It's in you, it's in you to rise high above the greatest fears, yeah. And with a little bit of light, you can make it brighter here. Oh, 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 oh. So everybody shine, shine on, shine on. 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 Everybody shine. Peace. God bless.
Boys and Girls Clubs in the Danville area. Why them? Because they already have a proven track record of investing in our youth and producing great citizens and members of our community who come back and give back. Personally, my best friends, some of them serve in the Air Force, the Army, and also one's a chef at Disney World. And we come back home and make sure the kids who were there when we were there are doing well and preparing to be successful once they leave. So, I mean, it's proven. They go there after school, they work on their homework, they play with the members, they do community activities, individual activities, and engage with doctors, lawyers, and different people of the community. So it's really building and developing great leaders.
Hello, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed the testimonies from former club kids, and I hope somehow, somewhere, they have reached your heart or touched your heart, and you are now ready to make a donation.
Thanks for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed all of our presentations this morning. We look forward to your investing in our Boys and Girls Club and the youth in our Danville community.
So thank you guys for attending Breakfast Tuesday. Without you guys, the Boys and Girls Club wouldn't exist in the Danville, Pennsylvania County area. I encourage you all to give as much as you can today, and feel free to contact me or anybody at the club if you have questions. Thank you.
We would like to thank our event sponsor, Fisher & Watkins Funeral Home Incorporated, and our host sponsor, Ride Rental Cars. We would also like to thank the following businesses that stepped up in advance to support the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Danville area's virtual Giving Tuesday event: Commonwealth Home Health Care, First Piedmont Corporation, J&J Truck Sales, PRA Group, Security Zone, and Woodall Chevrolet. We would also like to thank the businesses that chose to remain anonymous. And of course, our anonymous $10,000 matching gift donor.
We're in the Thanksgiving season, and we should look back, those of us who can, we should look back and count our blessings of what, kind of take an assessment of what we've had over the years and the people who have helped us over the years. So I would ask our community, and this is a community organization. You may not be a member, you may never have ever been in this building, but you are part of this community. And I'm going to ask you to count your blessings and help bless these children that we have here that do not have this advantage that we've had over the years. We have an anonymous donor that is going to match. So for every dollar we get, for every dollar that you will provide, it will be a match up to $10,000. So we are asking you, I'm asking you to help us. We're going through a pandemic. But let me tell you, some of these children have lived in pandemics all their lives in one way or another. So for every dime, quarter, dollar, $100 that you give, it's going to be a blessing to these children, let me tell you. And the funds are spent wisely in programs to help these children better themselves. So please step up. Help us keep this organization going and doing the great things we're doing for the children in our community.